Hello everyone, Jared here with A Lot of the Nation's Rage. Trying something a little bit different. I'm actually going to do a video game today. A video of me playing this here video game. This is Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, and this will officially be my very first video game video on YouTube. So I've been playing this game all day, enjoying it, and I thought, why not try to make a video of me restoring one of these cars. So yeah, you're probably going to hear a lot of background sound because I don't have a proper microphone for my computer. I'm just trying to make do with what I have, and I think what I want to go with is this Ford Falcon here, 1967. It's a V8 overhead valve engine, but I think we do have options to... I gotta move this other car. I brought out the Carrera because I was planning on eventually, working on it. But I'm gonna have to move it to lifter 3 over there so I can fit the Falcon in here. I think what I'm gonna do is hot rod it a bit. I'm gonna see what my swap options are before I commit to it though. So I'm just going to come over here and check the car status. There are no swap options for this car, and it's pretty much stuck with this V8 one carb overhead valve engine. I just really love the way this car looks though. It's a nice looking car. I always like Falcons, but yeah. I kind of want to hot rod something, so I'm thinking maybe we go with something else. I have a lot of cars in my garage. They all need to be restored. I've already restored some of them, but most of the cars that I have need to be restored. And I came across all these cars by looking for other cars. The thing about this game is that when you buy the DLCs for the game itself, you get all these new vehicles that were added to the game on top of whatever mods you may have gotten as well. But it kind of sucks because you're paying actual cash money for the DLC, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to find the cars that you're getting from the new DLC without looking for a really long time. So it took me a long time to find what I was looking for, and eventually I did find some of the stuff that I was looking for, but while I was looking, by going to like let me show you, going to Barnes, going to that junkyard, going to the car salon, and going to auctions, I came across other stuff that I wanted to buy along the way. So that explains why I have so many vehicles that are all unrestored, like I said. I do have a Dodge Charger. I think I have a couple of those. I have a Porsche 911 Carrera as well. I have this Plymouth Roadrunner. I have an Oldsmobile Hearst 442. Wonder what we can do with this. Oh, this one's already, that's right. Yeah, this one I got from the salon, so it's already restored and everything. It's worth quite a bit of money too. And it doesn't even have swap options either, so. Yeah, this might take a minute. Or if it does, I might get back with you when I come to a decision on what I want to do. Nomad. Let's look at it real quick. Bel Air Nomad. So we got a V8 2-carb overhead valve supercharged. Well, I don't know. What do you think? You think I should hot rod this thing? If I do, I'm definitely gonna go with the supercharged, 2-carb supercharged, which means there's gonna be a huge scoop sticking out of the hood if I do that. I don't know. I think I might keep looking. Sorry. There's an SS Impala. Try it out. Oh my gosh, that's a wreck. Oh, it's going so fast, but there's a lot of options there. Dual overhead cam. This is all V8, yeah. You can do 2 different types of engines with this. You can do the overhead valve, or you can do a standard V8. I like the standard V8s because they seem like they're newer, the newer design. So I might do that, like I might do that, the Windsor. Wait, that's an overhead. Yeah, that's an overhead. We can actually see what these engines look like. You could do a Hemi shaker. I haven't done anything Hemi yet. Hemi shaker. I think that's going to have a big scoop on it too. So the engine, the dual overhead cam V8 won't have a big scoop on it like the overhead valve does. So it all just depends on preference. I like both engines, but I think that big scoop looks good on certain vehicles, but not every vehicle. So I'm gonna look at. I'm trying to look at my options here. It's moving so fast that it's really hard to see. I can do a Coyote. I can do a Boss rear-wheel drive. That sounds cool. I think that's a Ford thing though, and so is that Coyote. What about this? I see AXK. I'm gonna do the one I haven't done yet. I'm gonna do the AXK. Just because. I don't think it has as much power as the other ones. But here it is. It almost looks with that that intake manifold on it. It almost looks like an LS engine anyway. So maybe that's a Chevy thing. .403 horsepower. Not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and choose that. What does it have on it now? 312. So it's not gonna bring it up a whole lot, but it'll still be nice. Be a nice car. Fun to drive. I'm gonna go ahead and rip all these body panels off and all this nasty rust. Everything is bad on this car. It's gonna look really good when I get done with it though. I might, like I said, I'm gonna try to do like a resto mod. I'm gonna go in that direction with it. So there goes all the removable body parts, except for the grill. Get the grill off. I think maybe you can't take the grill off. Okay. Alright, well that's obviously an overhead valve V8 right there, but it's gonna come out of here, so I'm gonna grab my crane, gonna move it over here. Alright, but first I gotta disconnect the transmission and drop it before I can pull the engine out of it. Let's get to work. Oh yeah. Drive shaft. Yeah, I really love this game a whole lot. I feel like I've learned more about cars since I started messing around on this game. It's pretty awesome. I definitely learned a lot about suspensions. If only it were this easy to work on cars in real life. Alright, there goes the transmission, the clutch. I really didn't even have to pull the clutch off, just the gearbox. But I went ahead and did that. Alright, that engine is out of there. And let's see. So we gotta start from the ground up, which means we need parts. Which means we gotta hit up the tablet here. I need a block to start out with. Pretty sure it's a standard V8 block that we're going to be using here. If I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep. There we go. Alright, so now we gotta start grabbing the components for the engine. You get an oil filter, a fuel filter, power steering pump, and an alternator to start out with. All those are performance upgradable, so they're all going to be in here, except for the oil filter. Actually, the oil filter is not, but I can go ahead and grab the fuel filter and fuel pump, the alternator, and the power steering pump, V8, oil filter, V8, there it is. Start putting stuff on this engine. Now we can do the crank. I'll go ahead and keep purchasing items. V8 crank. And we can do the cam. This is going to be a V8. We're going to need 4 of these. I'll do the spark plugs. Alright, I'm going to need... just going to try to buy everything that I can remember right now. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Rings. Then the piston. got the connecting rod. 8 of those. Sorry about the background noise, that's my family in the next room over. My baby girl and my son, who's 5. They're watching a movie in there, so. Yeah, like I said, the sound quality in this video is not great, but that's because I don't have one of those fancy desktop microphones. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get the gearbox. V8. I'll go ahead and grab the heads. Both of them. And we'll see where we are from here, how far we can move forward. I got the crankshaft. Obviously we're gonna need the water pump and the timing components as well, but yeah, this game was so cool. I was so amazed by it when I saw it. I've always wanted something like this, and I love simulator games in general. I play American Truck Simulator, which I'm also a truck driver in real life, but yeah, I like to play the game. Farming Simulator, it's like my favorite game of all time. I love simulation games. I'm actually kind of interested in flight simulators too, because I mean that stuff really starts to get expensive. All the stuff that you buy for it, you know, all that. I play Farming Simulator on PS4, and I'm very disappointed with it because it's so drastically different than the PC version. On the PC version, you've got so many more options when it comes to mods and stuff like that. And I would record myself playing Farming Simulator, but I don't have a capture card for my PC, so I really don't have any way to record the PlayStation. Didn't go that far. So I need the cam gears, obviously. And yeah, see with that overhead valve V8 engine, you're actually putting the push rods and the rocker arms and all that stuff, but this is different. It's got these the springs for the valves. They're already in the head, so you don't have to do any of that. Exhaust manifold V8. So yeah, I'm trying to be conscious of the length of this video. Sorry if it's long. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is maybe collect all the parts before I start recording the video, because this takes a while. Throttle, clutch components. Got the flywheel. Pressure plate, clutch plate. This special bearing for the clutch release bearing, which is not a performance part, it's standard. So keep doing that. I apologize. So I'll put the throttle on. The flywheel. Clutch plate, pressure plate. I think pretty soon I'm going to have to change the clutch in my car, which I've never done before. I know it's not as easy as this game. So, yeah, I might seek some assistance when I actually do that. So the next thing we need up here is the V8 timing belt. We're going to need two of those, obviously. We're going to need the water pump, which should go right here. Then we're going to need serpentine belts and various idler pulleys. I'm not really sure which ones, but I'm going to try to speed this up just by getting, a few of each. I don't know how many I'm going to need, but that ought to do it. Two of these. Water pump. This engine's not going to have a supercharger on it. I just need a standard water pump pulley. I'm gonna need a crankshaft pulley too. Here it is. I'm gonna need the timing cover. Earlier today I put one of those Mazda rotary engines together on here. They're pretty simple, but they're pretty complex at the same time. See what I mean now? There's like so many of them. I'm also going to need a tensioner. Maybe a couple of... what's that? A and B. Now, I'm pretty sure I bought one of those serpentine belt A, but according to the game, I did not, so... let's see here, where's it at? That's it, right? I guess I got 2 of the B's. I probably did. Alright, looks good. So now I need the engine head cover A and B. Gonna need the coils for that too. You know, these would be a lot easier to find if they were in some kind of alphabetic or numerical. I mean, they kind of are because you got A and then you got B, but it still just kind of seems like it jumps around a little bit. I think that's it. That's A. Coil packs. High performance component. I think you've also got some kind of cover that goes over the coils too. Yeah, coils cover V8. Get that in a minute. I always forget that last one up there. Alright, well, there goes a nice, healthy, new engine. I was gonna try to put oil in it, but that doesn't make sense to do it while it's still outside of the car, right? Alright, so now we remove it. Wait. You gotta do it like this. Take it off of the crate. Put it on this one. Dual overhead cam, AXK. Wait, you know what? I'm so stupid. Let's pretend like that didn't happen, shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Yeah, before you go to put an engine in a car, you might want to make sure that you finish the bottom half of it. I'm just saying. Still gotta put the rod caps on and the crankshaft caps. That was embarrassing. I think you need 3 of these. Alright, then we're obviously going to need a pan so the thing will hold oil. I was just trying to put oil in it without a pan. But cut me some slack, because there was about a 30-minute break between, you know, when I was working on the belts. I had to stop for about 30 minutes and come back to it, so that kind of messed me up a little bit. Kind of forgot where I was for a second there. You can do this while the engine's in the car, but it's just easier to go ahead and take care of it now, and it just makes sense. Go ahead and do it now. Yeah, always second guess yourself. When something feels like it's not complete, chances are it's not. So, at least I caught it before I actually, you know, move forward with the rest of the car. Alright. Looks good. That engine's ready. It's also upside down. Let's fix that. There we go. There we go. Looks good in that car. That's gonna be awesome. Just you wait and see. Where's everything else? Like, where's the battery and stuff at? I didn't take that out, did I? Let's move this out of the way. Don't need him anymore. so I can go ahead and do the exhaust. Here's another thing. I have a lot of crap, I know. Here's another thing about restoring these cars on here. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. It's driving me crazy. I might just sell all of it so it's gone. Yeah, I don't need any of this stuff. And I'm probably not going to be doing this necessarily in the best order, but I'm going to do it in a way that makes it easiest for me to remember. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the suspension in the front. Get rid of these god-awful rims. Hey, it's got disc brakes in the front. So yeah, whenever I was saying that this game has taught me a lot about suspensions, it really has, just by, you know, messing around with this stuff. It's actually very, very similar, if not exactly like real life. You know, minus stuff like that. Obviously, in real life, the shock absorber is not going to be going inside of the exhaust manifold, but it's just a game. So, but yeah, the components themselves, they're just like this in real life. So now, you know, just from playing this game, I can go outside on my car and identify what all the stuff is on the suspension: the upper control arm, lower control arm, the sway bars, the tie rods, inner and outer, steering knuckles, the hub, assembly, all that stuff. I understand what all of it is and what it does a lot more now. Just from playing this game. Yeah, that doesn't look good right there either. That engine is way too big for this car. But it works. So, oh well. Wow, the steering rack was going right through the oil filter. This is a mod. This car is a mod, so it's not perfect. And it's actually been a little bit challenging, believe it or not, for me to find modded vehicles that actually have engine swap options. The DLC vehicles that are actually made by the same team that made the game itself, and the original cars that came on the original game, pretty sure they have swap options, but for some reason not many of the mods do. Alright, that's the whole front end disassembled and removed. So here's what I like to do. I like to go in here and make sure that my shopping list is already empty. If it's not, I just hit that button and it'll empty it for me. Then I go to my inventory. I make sure it's sorted by arrival. And usually what I'll do is I'll start, in this case, it doesn't have to be by arrival because I just deleted or sold everything that I had in my inventory. So I can actually make it even easier now and sort it by name. And that way, if I need to order multiple items, they're together. So I just right click each one of these twice and it puts it on that shopping list. So I'll know to get 2 of each one of these things whenever, well, not that one. I don't need 2 of those. I don't need 2 of those. But anyway, that way whenever I go to order the parts, it's a lot easier. I'm just gonna go ahead and get a whole bunch of bushings, and I'll remember to do that. You always need a lot of bushings. And just like double everything just about. Okay, so now I go in, I bring up my shopping list, and I just start from the top and work my way down. Actually, it's even easier if you just put in brake and it'll bring up everything for the brakes. So you know to get 2 of all these. Really, you're gonna need 4 in some cases, but not all the time, not for everything. I'm going to hold off on the exhaust for now because this is a different engine that was put into it, so it might change the type of exhaust. I don't know if it actually does that or not. Only need 1 of those. Tie rod. 2 of those. 2 of those. Bushing. So yeah, I'll get a whole bunch of these. Never hurts. I'll get a whole bunch of the little ones too. Never hurts. I don't know why. Go ahead and get 2 of these. I don't know why they're not on the list. That's everything. That didn't take very long either. Now I have everything I need to put a whole new front end on this car. Start with the cross member. Since the engine's kind of just suspended in midair, that doesn't seem safe. Well, the engine. Oh, never mind. Yeah, just the engine. Yeah, see, I'm glad I bought those. For some reason, I always forget to put those on the list. I don't know why. And I usually do this part last, because all this shock absorber, it's separate parts. So I usually do it last. So I gotta put all of it together. Do the other side now. Get in there. Alrighty. Oh, don't forget the steering rack that's going through the engine block or the tie rod. Same thing over here. Did I already do it? Did not. Alrighty then. Did I already? Oops. Yeah, didn't buy that yet. So you can get upgraded gearboxes too, which is cool because they're customizable. You're adding a lot. Chances are, if you're adding a lot of power to your car, you're gonna need an upgraded gearbox too. Obviously. And I know she's gonna need a new starter. Yeah, it's still asking for these overhead valve pipes, exhaust, which is kind of a bummer. It's kind of lame because they don't fit. See, there's the manifold right there. Well, they want me to put these pipes on that originally were connected to the manifold for the overhead valve V8. It doesn't change. Like, in other words, this, instead of being V8 overhead valve, it should be just V8, but it's not. Like, I gotta put the original pipes on the car and they don't connect, which is kind of stupid, but you know, like I said before, it's just a game. Anyway, go ahead and get the stuff for the shocks. You gotta put this stuff together yourself with one of these handy shock compressors so it all fits together. In real life, this kind of stuff is really dangerous to work with because that's a lot of tension on that thing. So you pretty much have to have one of these tools to work on this kind of stuff in real life. If not, you're gutsier than I am. I'll just put it that way. I wouldn't do that without one of those compressor things. But there it goes, it's on the car. But I have seen people do this kind of stuff without those, and I think it's stupid. I wouldn't do it. So I gotta replace the exhaust, and unfortunately I gotta pick the stuff that doesn't fit. The V8 overhead valve. Or was it D? I think it was D, actually. I don't know if this has cats on it or not, but I'll get them just in case. Oh, it's C. Front exhaust, C. I was way off. See, there's not even a performance version of this. Oh, I took that off of there. Guess not. Yeah, I got catalytic converters. I guess those didn't exist back then. For this car, anyway. Okay, I'm gonna wait to do the drop shaft. Go ahead and take it out. Or it's already taken out. I'm not gonna put it in yet. So I still have to do the differential back there. It's coming along though. So I'll go ahead and ditch all the parts that I don't need. One cool thing you can do is when you sell parts, you can choose which ones you want to sell by what condition they're in. So I'm going to say sell everything that's at 99% or lower. And that leaves me with everything that I bought. So that's good. It makes it easier to keep up with everything. Because it is a lot of stuff. I hate brake drums. From what I heard, they're actually they're wanting to do away with brake drums on semi trucks. They've actually got semi trucks now. Some of the newer ones, they have disc brakes on them, and they're supposed to work really, really well, which is awesome. I've never driven one with disc brakes, but I am curious about it. Go ahead and take this stuff out while I'm back here. U-bolts. So on a lot of these older vehicles like this, the way the suspension is set up is not very far off from the way big trucks, the suspension on big trucks, semi trucks are. You got leaf springs and you got those U-bolts. It's a pretty crude, old-fashioned system there. That's obviously been upgraded for cars, but not really for trucks. Except for the whole air ride thing. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Sorted by name. So I gotta empty my list out. See, I gotta take all that stuff off now before I make my new list. Alright, we're almost done. Well, we're getting there. Brake. 2 drums. 2 shoes. Where's that drum wheel cylinder? This guy. Need 2 of those. The fuel tank. Fuel pump is upgradable, so I'll wait on that one. Do all this leaf stuff. 2, 2, 4. Axle. B. Rear shock. B. Solid rear drive. Wheel hub. 4. Okay. Let's throw it together real quick. Now you can see why I buy a whole bunch of those bushings on the first go, because yeah, you gotta have so many of those. It's kind of ridiculous sometimes. There we go. Go ahead and do the plate. U-bolts. Sorry about the camera angles there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Thought I was putting it on. Oh, I just realized I forgot to buy a new fuel pump. Alright, I'll grab it in a second. There we go. This one's kind of annoying. It's right there. And if you don't know it's right there, then yeah, it's kind of annoying. I didn't buy a new drive shaft. I need to do that. So this last little bit here, you just kind of have to, not drive shaft. What am I thinking? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong spot. That's the problem. It's a shame there aren't performance drive shafts on here though, because they do make those out of lighter metals and carbon fiber. So they should have that in the game. From what I understand, if you get a performance drive shaft, it makes quite a bit of difference in acceleration, because those steel drive shafts are so heavy. So they should have that in this game, but they don't. Alright. What's this interior looking like? Look at that, beautiful. Until you get down here. Brake servo, radiator seat. Looks like there's some rubber bushings that I overlooked somewhere. Yes, the interior definitely needs to be redone. So, take this stuff out. There's really not a lot to the interior too, though. It's just the seats and the wheel. So, while we got the car down on the ground, does anybody else mind if I go ahead and get rid of that nasty looking rust to make it look pretty? I'm tired of looking at it. It looks like a rusty old turd. There we go. That's much better. Shiny. Hey, that didn't get fixed. That's still rusty. Seriously, it's not gonna fix that. It's disappointing. That's gonna bother me. I might end up selling this car because of that. I don't know. Okay. So we've got some stuff that we need to sell. And we've got some stuff that still needs to be replaced. Radiator C. Alright, we need a battery for sure. Need that brake servo. Is the battery in this car? See, this is one of the bad things about these mods. You just never know. Like, seriously, there's no spot for the battery. So what the heck? How am I gonna start the car? Now, I'm not really sure if this is the right stuff or not, since I'm playing in sandbox mode. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab all this stuff. I'll sell it later. By the way, I do have a profile where I'm actually playing the real game and I'm not just playing in sandbox mode, but I thought since this video here, it's just pretty much a one-off. I don't know how often I'm going to do this. I just figured that it would probably be better if I just played in sandbox mode. But if people actually, you know, want to watch me play this game in the future, I'll consider doing a maybe do a series or something over the span of time where I'm playing the real game. That way I won't get accused of cheating. You know, what I mean by that is obviously, if you see my money up there, it says I have $900 million and my XP's maxed out. My level is 55, which is the highest it will go, I'm pretty sure. The game just tried to freeze up on me there. It's not wanting to put the rear window in. Starting to look good though. It's not. I don't know why it won't let me put the rear window in. I think if I do another one, I'm not gonna be doing a modded vehicle. So a lot of these I haven't really tested out. So I honestly don't know how good they're gonna be, you know. It's just user created content, so it's not guaranteed for much of anything. But I mean, they did a pretty good job overall on the modeling, the 3D modeling of the body. It's definitely an Impala. You can tell what it is by looking at it. Yeah, it just needs a rear window. And for whatever reason, these windows, yeah, they're not wanting to. There's still rust on the inside of the car that won't go away. You see that? That sucks. I don't like that. It's not gonna go in. That's a shame. I think it's sharing some parts with this vehicle that came from the original game. It's called a cape. So I'm going to try to use the interior from the cape on it. Hopefully that'll work. Pick out a steering wheel while I'm at it. I really like that wheel there. That kind of goes with the car though. It says it's a Mach 1 though, but it kind of fits the car. If it didn't have that Ford symbol on it, I'd use it. Oh, there, that's from the cape. I'll use it. Maybe this will work. There we go. Alright, now it's time for the fun part. Let's put some new rims on it and really try to pick something that screams Resto-Mod. Obviously the car is going to be repainted, but I'm going to do the rims first. It doesn't have to be too crazy. Pretty sure all these rims will work. I kind of like black satin rims. Like that looks pretty good for this car. I don't really want white rims, but black rims would look good. That would probably look pretty good too. I don't like those spoke rims. That looks good, that looks good. Oh, those are nice. We're gonna go with those. Bring them up some. About 22s. I'll leave that at 0. I think that's like if you want them to stick out of the side, which I don't, not on an Impala. So I think we're good there. I'll put some sport tires on it. Make them kind of wide. Maybe not that wide, but maybe 255s. Do like a 35 profile. Let's see how these look. They ought to look pretty good. It's Gotta fit them to the rim, the tires to the rims. They're big, but it's a big car. Last one. See what these look like. Yeah, that looks nice. I like it. It's not too big. I mean, it's a little on the big side, but it's not too bad. I like it. Alright, let's go move her over to the paint shop, shall we? No. Might help if I put some oil in the engine. Might also help if I can actually figure out where the battery's supposed to go. Oh. Yeah, those rubber bushings. I gotta fix that. Let's see here. Ah. That one's done. That one's in. So apparently I missed one of these leaf springs back here. Yep, right there. There we go. If you notice, everything except the license plate is maxed out at 100%. So maybe somehow it's gonna let me get by without having a battery. Which is kind of weird. I've never had that happen before. We'll do Wyoming. And the plate can say Impala mod. Because why not, right? I don't know. Okay, and now the front. Yeah, for some reason the game really likes it when you have license plates on the front and the back, so I think it actually brings the value of the car up when you do that. And yeah, normally you'll see on one of these lists, you'll actually see something for the battery, but I'm not seeing it. For the first time, I'm not seeing it, so I really don't know. Anyway, let's paint it. So what kind of paint are we looking for here? There's still rust on the side of it. It's not going away. Ugh. I had to try it. I mean, that looks okay. It's kind of like an old paint job though, even though it says chameleon, it's not changing color. Definitely not chrome, not on that. Matte looks pretty good, but I like I said, I like the satin finish on the wheels, and I like matte. I like flat colors on cars, especially cars with straight panels like that. I don't know what it is. There's just something about it. It looks really good to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. Or, you know, kind of like a burgundy. Is that burgundy or is that brown? I can't tell. It kind of looks brown. Does that look more burgundy? Yeah, probably so. That's probably more burgundy. I think that looks pretty sweet. I'd drop it. I don't like that. I guess that's rust or whatever. It won't go away. And there's rust on the inside too. But I'm gonna do that. Now I'm gonna move it over to the dyno room. Test the performance out on it. Pretty sure at the beginning of the video It said that the engine started out with like 300 and something horsepower, but now it says factory engine power 466. And it said that this AXK swap would give it another 100 or so horsepower, but this is a lot more. I guess it's because of the performance parts I put on it. But yeah, that's quick. That's a lot of horsepower. 851. That's pretty insane. It's under $60,000 too. Yeah, see, the interior condition is still low. It never went up. Even though I swapped everything out that I could possibly swap out, it's still low. I think I might have to clean. I think I may have skipped a step. Hang on. I think I skipped a step. I think you have to clean the interior. And I think I forgot to do this. Yeah, here it is. No, that's not it. Here it is. Interior detail. Here we go. This is probably going to fix all that. It did. It's gone. You see that? 100%. Sweet. Alright, let's go give it a whirl. Let's go try it. Alright, so here's one other awesome thing about this game. It's like they know that after you spend that much time working on a vehicle, they know you're going to want to try it out and you're going to want to drive it, right? So if you buy all the DLCs, you actually get some options on where you can take your newly built machine. There's a speed track, there's this abandoned airport, there's an off-road track for your off-road vehicles, and then there's a racetrack. Only one of these comes with the original game though, and it's the test track here, which is, it's kind of a small course, but it'll help you when you're playing the real game. This is where you take the vehicles that you are working on, because you'll get phone calls and people will bring you vehicles that are messed up, and it's your job to try to figure out what the problem is. And this is one way that you do it. You take it to the test track and test various components on the vehicle. So that comes with the original game, but these other places are actually parts of the DLCs. And I'm gonna go to the abandoned airport. I don't think I've actually been here before. Okay, the one bad thing about it though is that you're basically using the keyboard. Yeah, that exhaust just does not go. It's like hanging off the car. Anyway, you're basically using the keyboard to do this. I don't think there's any option to use a gamepad or a wheel or anything like that. You're just using the keys on the keyboard, so it's pretty hard to drive. Yeah, that's definitely every bit of 851 horsepower. See, the keyboard keys are not pressure sensitive, so oh my goodness. Ugh. I thought I had it, but the tires just broke free. Oh, there they go again. It's doing that in like 3rd gear. Yeah, it just keeps, now it's doing it in 4th gear. Be a good drift car, I suppose. Yeah, there's no way to ease into the throttle or anything. It's like all or nothing. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, it's not like it's Gran Turismo. Oh, that sucks. I figured coming here would probably be my best bet because there's so much open space, but I can't keep the car straight. It's pretty fast once you actually get some grip. Gosh, it's in 5th gear and it's still sliding. Anyway. Yep. That's the SS Impala Resto-Mod, or Impala Mod, as it's called. So, yep, that's my video as well. I know it was a long video, but it takes a long time to get anything accomplished in this game. But yeah, I recommend this game. It's a blast. It's so much fun to play this game. I love it. It's addictive. Once you start, you go from car to car, and you just want to restore cars. It's fun, and at least that's what I want to do when I play it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I don't know, I might do another one of these. Depends on if people actually like it or not. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. So on and so forth. Jared signing out with One of the Nation's Rage. Later.